Now from the home of the Twins since 2010, Target Field in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight the opener of a 3-game series between the San Francisco Giants and the Twins. Brusdar Graterol will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Guys, we take a look at the home 9 as they take the field tonight. Got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this is a nice one. First game of a homestand. You played well on the road. You got a chance to grab a shower and sleep in your own bed last night. I bet you this team comes out on the attack today. That's the game plan right there. Elevate the sinker from the offensive standpoint. That's what they talked about in the hitters meeting. And on the flip side, if the pitcher doesn't get that pitch down, there's going to be a call to the pen shortly.
Tyler Ramirez is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1. From the belt, the pitch out, nothing doing. Now time to list the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Jerry Hillsdale.
Dero, Jerry Hillsdale might be one of the more solid everyday umpires in the league.
Dan, high praise all around. You go into both meetings with the managers, and what do? They rave about Jerry Hillsdale.
It's 3 balls and a strike to the Giants left fielder.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
McKenna gets his lead at first, nobody out. Inside as he nearly got him, and it's ball 4. Coming to the plate now, Josh Young. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. 0-1 the count. From the stretch. Don't know what he's waiting for there. It's 0-2.
I know to the fans that probably looked like something good to hit. But unless you're sitting breaking ball right there, I don't care if it's middle of the plate. That's a tough pitch to pull the trigger on.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Now a bluff back to second as he'll just hold on to it. So up steps Joey Bart now as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. Fastball swung on and missed. First and second now, 1 man out. A swing and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here.
That is it.
And here's how the visiting San Francisco Giants line up in this one. Dero, what do you got on this lineup in the series opener?
This team does it a little bit different, Matty. They're not going to drive the ball out of the ballpark. They are dead last in home runs. Usually a bad sign. But they can score in a variety of different ways. They got guys with great approaches, and they try and move and manufacture runs as well as they can. Be on the lookout for the little things today.
He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 4 home runs, 13 RBIs. Behind 0-2 now. And here's a pitch swung on and grounded toward Rosario at short. Throw on to first, and the Giants will be turned away here as that ends the inning. Giants leave a couple. Half inning complete. We've got no score. Connor Menez, the southpaw out of the Golden State, gets the call here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ahmed Rosario is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Guys, you take a look at the Giants as they begin play here tonight. They dropped another one last time out, and in fact, they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Yeah, Matty, this definitely looks like a situation where somebody's going to have to call a team meeting. I don't know if it comes from a veteran or the manager decides to close the doors for a second, but this team has not played well. They find themselves losing lately. They lost
on to first, and it's dropped. And as a result, the leadoff man will be allowed to reach here. So definite problems on that last play, and they'll hit the first baseman for the error.
Cruz.
Stepping into the box, Francisco Cruz. He'll get to take his first cuts here. He's set, and the pitch. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team. Not afraid to execute.
And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Rolled slowly down the third baseline. To second for 1. Return throw is in time. And what do you know? They do get the double play. For the moment now, let's have a look at the home team starting lineup. Mark DeRosa, what's the key to them starting out 1-0 here at home?
This is not even a stat you probably would have even looked at 10 years ago. The fact that this team's last in walks in today's game bodes a lot of trouble. They will swing at the rosin bag. Do not expect this pitcher to come over the heart of the plate in any meaningful position, because he knows he's going to get a lot of swing and miss.
Trying to get him started again following the double play. And he goes down and gets this one as it's lifted high into the air out to medium deep center. Margot will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side.
Leading off for San Francisco.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
And well, Margot.
The 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike 1. Now it's swing and a miss, and he's behind 1 and 2.
Well, he kind of struggled through that first inning, but ended up getting out of it. Now here in the second, you know he'd love to get this leadoff guy and get off on the right foot and maybe settle into this game a bit.
Got him to go down swinging there. Manuel Margot is retired to kick off the inning. Here comes the first pitch. The windup and the 0-1.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Wanted to get the front door curveball on the inside corner there, but it backed up a little and stayed off the corner.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
Don't expect too many more high fastballs in this one. He is known for his sinker, keeping the ball on the ground.
No score here as we play inning number 2. And another foul ball. Bounce to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Stepping up to the plate, Vidal Brujan. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. First offering on its way.
0-1's the count.
High in the air out to center field. Center fielder giving chase. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Giants are down 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and set to go is the veteran first baseman, Josh Naylor. Now here it comes. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Here's a little chopper up the middle. Reined in. And he's set down, one away.
Batting fifth.
Okay, here's how San Francisco lines up defensively. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base. Be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
Stepping in now, Royce Lewis, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. Now a late bunt attempt here, but he misses strike two. Pitch on the way. Bottom of the second here with no score. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball one. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number two. Max Kepler the next to grab a bat. He was one of the stars from yesterday's game as he had 3 hits in the victory. 1 ball, no strikes the count. The 1-0. This is on the ground over to first. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Nothing doing here this half. We played 2 full, and we are tied 0-0. Digging in, Kean Wong, and he's hoping to get things going at the plate. It's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games.
Wong.
And a strike called at the knees, 0-1. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he popped him up. Left fielder coming in, but this will land untouched. The 0-2 once more. Slow roller out to short. Rosario brings it in. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
The right fielder, number 5.
At the plate, Alex McKenna. He reached on a single in his first try.
Yeah, guys, still the only hit in this game so far. They've been pretty well shut down. Guys on the mound have really much controlled the whole outcome up until this point.
Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
Now batting.
Digging in, Tyler Ramirez reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. Well, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one, 0-2. Ramirez, originally from the state of Virginia, he was selected in the 7th round back in the 2016 first-year player draft. And the right fielder is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. Giants down in order. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Davy Grillon.
The catcher, Davy Grillon.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
He's had some success so far, but he's going to need to continue to throw strikes early on in the zone because the more they see this guy, sooner or later they're going to figure him out.
This is line to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So an inning-opening single kicks off their half of the third. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Yeah, I think he was sitting on the fastball.
So
he got the changeup. He was way out in front of it, but he kept his hands back long enough to keep it fair down the line. That's not always easy to do.
Standing in now, Brent Rooker. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball one. Two and 0 now. Two and 1 after the foul ball there. No one out with a runner at second. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. Lifted into center field. Catch made out there in center field as the runner will tag from second. And he'll get into third here on the fly out, so he's 90 feet away here with one gone.
The center fielder, number 8.
So striding forward now, Jake Fraley. He's hitting just above the banner 300 mark on the season coming into this one. He couldn't catch up with the gas that time.
I'm going to need to see a better game plan out of the hitter right here. That ball was at his eyes.
And it's 1 and 1. And he lays off for a ball. 2 and 1. Hit out towards second. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across the score.
Number 1.
Hey, there's a clean base hit right there, D-Row, to drive that runner in from third base.
Yeah, he was telling the boys, get it ready right here. I'm going to walk home on this one. That was easy to read through the hole, and he was able to take his time scoring from third.
And that will bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Skied into straightaway right. McKenna is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. So stepping in,
now
Francisco Cruz. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Cruz.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. 2 out with the man at first. There goes the runner. Hit hard down the left field line. But this is foul near the seats. Line toward the gap in left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And this will get all the way to the wall now. They'll extend their lead here as the runner scores from first.
Now
time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. Here's Miguel Sano as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0.
Well, I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
2 balls and no strikes to Miguel Sano.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
Fouled off. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. High in the air out to center field. Margot is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 3 innings complete. The Twins are out. Stepping into the box, Josh Young, as we begin the top of the 4th.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
No balls and 1 strike. Slider bends into the middle of the strike zone, taken for a strike.
You know, it's great to be patient, make a pitcher work and all that stuff to try to get walks, but you have to be ready to hit. And that was a really hittable pitch, and now you've got to deal with an 0-2 count.
Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Line hard. But this is a foul ball.
He got a mistake right there, but missed it. Can't foul that pitch off in a big spot. 0-2 count. Heater caught too much of the zone.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Josh Young goes down to become the first out here in the fourth. Joey Bart will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Hit sharply on the ground. And that'll find its way into center field for a one-out hit.
I mean, that had to feel amazing right there. I know it's only a single, but when you're walking to the plate and you're not even hitting your weight, to see that batting average go up had to put a smile on his face.
At the plate, Elliot Ramos. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
Good thing he didn't make contact with that pitch. Only thing he could do is probably hit that on the ground. It could be a double play ball.
Kepler is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
The center fielder.
So it's a runner at first with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the versatile center fielder Manuel Margot, who started him with the change, and it's 0-1. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Long run for the center fielder. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Giants leave 1. They're still down. It's 2-0. Ready to go in the bottom of the fourth. And here comes the first baseman, Josh Naylor.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And a ball 1-0. And it's fouled away. The 1-1 is strike 2 swinging.
Not likely to see a fourth fastball in this situation. I'm going to eliminate the fastball if I'm at the plate right here.
And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
And that's the pitch they wanted him to punch out on. A slider down around the...
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, but that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
Boy, D-Roll, that looked like extra bases right off the bat. This thing caroms off the wall. Outfielder does a great job of getting it in quickly and probably does a good job holding him to a single.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not standing on second base there, but you run the replay back. He was busting it out of the box. It's just a nice job by the defense to hold him to a single.
Royce Lewis will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Margot's under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Digging in for his second at bat, Max Kepler.
Max Kepler.
Here comes the first pitch. Here's the 0-1. Lined into right, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Now batting.
He got the pitch he wanted, and he didn't miss it right there. Hammer job.
At the plate now, Davy Grillon. As he'll take a look at ball 1. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. That hole getting a little deeper now. It's 2-0.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Line drive to left. And that's in there. Base hit. And a good throw is going to hold that runner at third. So they're loaded now with only 1 away.
Now batting, Left field.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
He had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
So now to the plate, Brent Rooker, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. There's one. Throw is dropped at first. And as a result, they'll be forced to settle for just the one. Relay throw, but it'll be too late as he's well safe at first. So definite problems on that last play, and they'll hit the first baseman for the error. Now batting, Jake Fraley. 2 men on, 2 away here in the fourth. First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball too high to start him out here 1-0. And it looks now like a right-hander's getting hot in the Giants bullpen. Fouled away. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Pulled toward right center field. Margot's under it. And that ends the inning. So 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 left. We played 4 full. The Twins are out in front here, 3-0. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Giants to discuss his thoughts on the San Francisco lineup so far. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Mauricio.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Mauricio Dubon is in for the second time now as he looks at a ball inside 1-0. 2-0.
We've seen this before. Fastballs in, then breaking balls away. That's been his plan of attack throughout the first half of this game.
The 2-1 home. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Heading after it is Kepler, but he won't get to it, and this should put a man in scoring position to start the inning. And the Giants are in business here on the leadoff double.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double.
Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And he is in there. Now at the plate, Kian Wong. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, and I know you want to lace a line drive or hit a potential home run. But I'll tell you what, grab the cheap ribby when it's there. Give me a ground ball middle of the diamond and steal a run.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit out towards second. He's got it. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
And here with the infield back, they were giving him the run on a ground ball, so he just takes advantage of that and drives the run home. Good approach.
Alex McKenna stands in as he looks at a called strike.
One of the biggest factors on how long you're going to go to start is how many first pitch strikes you throw. 80% usually means you're going to have a pretty good day, and that's on the menu so far.
Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2.
Well, that's a smart miss there. Sometimes guys will chase it down there, especially when they're in protect mode on an 0-2 count.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And he fouls this one off. And this is in a bit tight, maybe above the letters as well, so it's a full count now, 3-2. Fouled off. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a Set now for the bottom of the fifth, and coming forward now is the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario.
The shortstop, Ahmed.
Now here it comes.
Rosario.
Lifted down the line in left. And no one will get this one. The windup and the 0-1. A swing and a ground ball to third. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
Ramirez is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Now back
into the box now, Francisco Cruz. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. This one's down to third. On to first, and very quickly, 2 are gone in the home fifth.
Now batting, third base.
So the big bat of Miguel Sano digs in next. First pitch on its way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Margot is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is. New inning set to get underway, and next to bat will be the outfielder, Tyler Ramirez. And that's in there for strike one. And it's quickly 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Line drive base hit. He's around first, heading for 2. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with this single swing of the bat, and this. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they can get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
Has a look, now the pitch. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
Well, I'll tell you, he's not hitting over 300 by luck. He really knows the strike zone and his own strengths. That last take is a great example.
So he punches him out, and looking at the fastball. Josh Young goes down to become the first out in the 6th inning. Joey Bart stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. That's strike 2 on a well-placed changeup around the knees. The 1-2. Line to the right side. That's in there. Base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Standing in, Elliot Ramos. And he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone.
You can't teach that, Matty. The ability for a right-handed hitter to shoot a ball through the 3-4 hole, unmatched.
Hey, this is a spot as a pitcher right now. You want to get a little bit greedy. Ideal would be to roll up a 2-ball. At worst, try to get yourself a strikeout.
The 1-1 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Big pitch coming up right here. He'd love for a ground ball or a strikeout.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And nearly a 3-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Still hanging with him. Another good swing. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. The catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. And they'll get a step closer. It's a sac fly to make it a 3-2 game now.
The center fielder, number 13.
And that'll bring up Manuel Margot. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And that fastball's taken, but catches the outer third. Hit the other way out toward right field. Kepler's there for it. And that ends the inning. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Josh Naylor. He singled his last time up.
Josh Naylor.
First offering on its way. The windup and the 0-1. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Here's a fly ball, well hit. Margot's going back. And just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall. And a nice job to get the ball in quickly. He'll be held to a single here with nobody out.
The designated hitter.
Now here's the Giants skipper making his way out toward the mound. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight.
Number 50.
He'll wind up lasting just 5 innings here. Didn't pitch all that poorly, yet he's gone nonetheless. Royce Lewis stands in as he checks his swing here for strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. The 0-1. And that misses 1-1. Up high, 2-1 now. Popped up. Just foul. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
You got a full count. 3-2.
Runners on the move for second. Good battle. Count remains full. He'll try it again from first. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
Yeah, it was a great battle there, and he was one strike away from putting him away.
Right
As a pitcher, you hate to put a guy on for free after all that work.
So it's first and second now. Nobody out. And that'll bring up the outfielder, Max Kepler. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. 3-2's our score here in inning number 6. 2 balls and no strikes.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Ramirez is there, and he has it for the out. On to first, a double play. Ready for another shot now. Davy Grillon. Last time through was a base hit.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
Man, this guy's been locked in all game long. I don't know where that ugly swing just came from.
Soft liner to the right side, and this will be put away easily for the out. Digging in now, Mauricio Dubon. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. So in now for San Francisco, Vidal Brujan. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire. And they go away here. It's a called strike, 0-2.
Well, he got the leadoff guy in inning on a ground out, and now he's 0-2 to start this at bat. He looks really sharp.
Oh, what happened? He can't make the play. And he'll get in there safely.
Now, man, I'm not sure what to make of this one. The ball was hit hard, but it looked routine. The only thing I could think of is maybe he lost it in the lights there. That's a tough break.
So striding in, Kian Wong, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And he doesn't want him to get off to a big lead out there at second, so he steps off to looking back. Now here comes the skipper out of the first base dugout heading for the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So as he departs, he can't lose this ball game, but he is responsible for the runner at second, meaning it'd be a no decision if that run comes across to score. Hit hard to the right. Foul. Fastball well outside.
The count 1-1.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The right fielder, number 5.
So stepping in, Alex McKenna, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. 1-0 the count. Takes this the other way to right. Kepler is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So Tyler Sear gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Last half of the 7th here, and standing in the outfielder, Brent Rooker. Here's the first pitch to him.
Back outside.
Line drive to left. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
The batter, number 8.
Into the box, Jake Fraley. A hit in 2 tries so far. First delivery to him on the way. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Margot's under it, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
The batter, number 1.
Now at the plate, Ahmed Rosario. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Rosario.
A ball and no strikes. Had him lunging at that pitch away, and it's 1-1 now.
Step out of the box and wash that one off, because that was an ugly swing.
And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. So coming to the plate, Tyler Ramirez. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Grounded back up the middle. Rosario's got it. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Ready now, Josh Young. 3 at-bats for him in this one, all ending with him going down on strikes. Line to the right side, but foul. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. And there's ball 1.
1-1.
Hit in the air down the right field line. Heading after it is Kepler, and that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. And there's your tying run at second base with a 1-out double.
Now batting.
Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he was staring at his last at-bat right there, or probably his last at-bat. Would have been tough to get him another AB in this one, but he's able to get it done.
Hey, better late than never, and I'm sure when he walked into that batter's box right there, he's thinking this very well could be my last AB of this game. So if I'm going to keep this streak alive, I'm going to have to do it right now.
Cody Stashak will come on in relief now as he'll make his 10th appearance of the season. To the plate now, Joey Bart. He offers at it and sends a bouncer out to short. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Digging in, Elliot Ramos. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Hey, either this hitter needs a cup of coffee or he was sitting off speed right there.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Sean Anderson is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth. At the plate, Francisco Cruz.
The second baseman, Francisco Cruz.
First pitch coming. Here it is. In there at the letters 0-1. Hit down the third baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Ramirez is right there as he puts it away. No problem for the first out.
Now batting.
Stepping in, Miguel Sano. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters' counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball...
There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Margot looks up. And this one is gone. A home run. A solo shot that time for Miguel Sano. Number 348 for his career as they push the lead to 4-2.
You know, that's a huge home run at this point in the game. When you can tack on an extra run heading into the ninth, it's a big confidence boost to the whole team and pretty demoralizing to the opposition.
Into the box, Josh Naylor. And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. Swing and a drive. This one's deep to right. McKenna is back to the warning track, and he's able to put it away for the second out.
Now batting, the designated
in now, Royce Lewis. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. Runs up to bunt here, but he missed it for strike one. 2 out, nobody on. And it's fouled away. Waved at and missed for the third out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one in the inning. So 1 run on 1 base hit, the home run, no errors, and no one left on base. Archie Bradley comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth. Now in the box, Manuel Margot head-to-head numbers against Archie Bradley. Not a big sample size, 0 for 1. And we kick off the ninth inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1. Bradley has compiled over 600 innings of work in his major league career and hangs an ERA just a little over 3.5. Ready with the 1-1 pitch.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth. Now at the plate, Mauricio Dubon. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Dubon.
First pitch fastball in on the fists for ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. That misses. 2-0. Ball 3. 3-0.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
3 balls and a strike to count to the Giants shortstop. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Down down the third baseline. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. And this is fouled at the plate. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Hit well on the ground to first. Right to him. And they'll take this on to first, and they're down to their final out, 2 away.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Digging in the switch hitter, Vidal Brujan. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. One ball and 1 strike to the Giants' first baseman.
Hey, that backdoor breaking ball just missed. He had a chance to run it to 0-2.
And this will be fouled away. And now this crowd, announced at around 22,000, comes to their feet. Fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Last strike here for the Giants.
Nope.
Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2.
Great take right there, but the last thing you want to do is be called out on strikes to end the game.
Outside in a full count, 3-2.
Well, this is a big pitch right here. 2 outs in the ninth.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner. Now at the plate, Kian Wong. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Knuckle curve down below the knees, 1-0.
Ball 1, no strike.
A ball and a strike.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
Drilled down the line. And he strikes him out to end it here as they were able to get the possible tying run to the plate, but could not cash in.
Always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
4-2 the final score tonight. Minnesota led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Brusdar Graterol earns the win, his 2nd. Archie Bradley earns the save out of the bullpen, his 12th of the season. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Starting in the American League Central, Brusdar Graterol grabbed his 2nd win of the year as the Twins claimed victory over the Giants 4-2. The Rangers picked up 14 hits in total as they beat the Tribe in Cleveland 6-5. The Rockies grabbed 13 hits in the game as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 10-6. The Stros pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 4-1. The Baltimore Orioles swatted 4 home runs in this one as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 9-8. Davy Garcia got his 3rd win this season as the Mariners downed the A's 2-1. The Brewers tallied 5 home runs overall as they took down the Fish in Miami 14-7. The Reds combined to give up just 5 hits as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 4-1. The Phillies launched 3 home runs as they took down the visiting Braves 8-2. It was their 7th straight victory. The St. Louis Cardinals knocked out 12 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Padres 8-4. The Dodgers got 12 hits in this one as they crushed the Cubs 9-3. Thanks for joining me. That's all for today. Same place, same time tomorrow. Enjoy the games.